How's it going, guys? I am back. This is all my new books for September, and since I haven't been on here in a while, I'm going to show just a couple of back issues I've picked up as well. Nothing super major. I think I'll start with the back issue stuff, and then we'll go through all of the trades and singles that I got this month. It's single heavy, mostly because in the month of September, a lot of new Hellboy books were solicited, and I pre-ordered them all, but they were solicited a month in advance, so they didn't ship with all this other stuff. They're shipping in October, so my next order of books will probably be pretty massive. But anyway, picked up some single issues. Nothing too major. I haven't been buying a whole lot of back issues lately. Just some newer series that I've wanted to catch up on, and a couple of older runs. This is one of them. This is Captain America and Black Widow. This is actually Captain America number 640. This is the Cullen Bunn and Francavilla run. I don't know, I think of 3 of the issues. I think it's a 6-issue run, so having a little bit of trouble finding those, but slowly putting that together. And then I picked up issue 2 of Pretty Deadly and number 3 of Pretty Deadly. I haven't read the whole series, but the Emma Rios art in this book is absolutely amazing. I've been waiting to buy the trades because I'm hoping to find it all in single issues, and now I have the first 3. I think Kelly Sue DeConnick has talked about it coming back. We'll see. The art is really the draw for me, above and beyond the story, so highly recommend that book. And then 2 trades I picked up from Second & Charles. I think it was not last weekend, but the weekend before. This has been on my list for a while. The only Loeb and Sale thing that I have not read, this is Daredevil Yellow. Of course, kind of a origin story for Daredevil where he's still in the yellow costume. Cannot wait to read that. And then this is the last League of Extraordinary Gentlemen story that I needed. This is Black Dossier. This is, as far as I know, I don't know if it's one-shots or if it's an actual story. It looks like it's a mixture of stuff. So I'm looking forward to reading that. This is the hardcover. It's a pretty nice book. I don't have the other 2 in hardcover, which is kind of annoying now, but we'll see. And now on to new books. So these are the only 2 trades in this order. Like I said, this one was pretty single issue heavy, just the way that it worked out. But I picked up the Old Guard Volume 1. I read the first 3 issues of this in singles and then kind of fell off because I missed ordering number 4. So we'll read it in trade. We'll see. From what I remember, it's about this group of people who have lived essentially forever, a very long time, have been involved in tons and tons of military conflicts, and now in the present time, people are starting to figure out their secret, that they have been around for so long. This is written by Greg Rucka, and the art is by Leandro Fernandez. I'll give you a little shot of the interior art. It's simplistic, but I think it works for the book. I mean, I like the first 3 issues, so I can't imagine that the rest of it is super different from those first 3 issues. It's a $16.99 cover price, though, not the normal $9.99 that we see from a lot of Image Volume 1s, so we'll see. And then this has been on my list to pick up for a super long time. I saw that there's a new hardcover out, so I had to pick up the first volume. This is The Black Beetle, No Way Out. I believe this is there's a one-shot in here, and then the rest is all one story. There's like a 0 issue, but this is written and drawn by Francavilla. I mean, you kind of know what you're getting into with his art. I'm absolutely a fan. Love pretty much everything that he does. This is a noir detective story, which his art is totally perfect for. So can't wait to read that. And then now on to single issues. This is the stack of books for this month. It's not in any particular order. So we'll see how this goes. So this is the only book in the stack that I have not read yet. I always save it for last because it's consistently the best book in the stack. This is Kill or Be Killed, number 12, I think. Yeah, number 12. The Sean Phillips art is always fantastic. Brubaker and Phillips together on anything is fantastic. Can't recommend it enough. Can't speak to the contents much because I haven't read it yet, but the last couple of issues have been really awesome. This is World Reader number 6. As far as I know, this is the last issue. I thought it was an ongoing, but it looks like it's not being solicited anymore, and this felt very much like the end of the story. And I'm content with it. I wasn't super over the moon about it, but it was all right, and I'm not super crazy about who does the art. Juan Doe. Seems like he's doing a lot of Aftershock Comics books right now, and I think if he's doing art on other books, it's going to be kind of a deal breaker for me. We'll break it out and show you really quick. His style's very simplistic, and I feel like it works for some books, and then all the other books just kind of feel like the same thing. So I don't think there's anything necessarily distinguishable about his style that would make a book other than this not feel like this book, if that makes any sense. So anything else that he's doing art on, I'm not entirely sure I'll pick up. I haven't read a ton of Aftershock's comics stuff, but we'll see. I have 2 issues of Green Arrow. This is number 30 and number 31, Hard Traveling Hero. I was going to drop this book, and then they switched it to a monthly book. Otto Schmidt art on both of these issues, which is a good thing. A lot of DC books, at least for me right now, are suffering from the double shipping, because it's really hard to maintain a consistent look and feel to a book when it's coming out on a bi-weekly basis, just because the artists can't keep up with the book. So you're either rotating entire creative teams, or in this case, Percy has written the whole thing, but you're rotating an artist, usually Otto Schmidt and Juan Ferreira. They're both good. They're both fantastic, but it just doesn't feel like there isn't any consistency to it. And from a story perspective, when you're trying to crank 2 issues out a month, I don't always know that had they had more time to write this story, I don't know if this is exactly the product that we would have gotten. So I was going to drop it, but because it's going to monthly, I'll probably stick with it. Jamal Campbell's going to be doing the art on that first arc, I'm pretty sure. So we'll give that a shot. A book that I'm now dropping, this is X-Men Blue, number 11 and number 12. It's a Cullen Bunn written book, and it's been okay. I'm just kind of over this. I'm over this original X-Men team. I don't know. It feels like everything X-Men related has been more or less about them for a couple of years. Actually, since I started reading comics on a regular basis, because All New X-Men was one of the first books one of the first weekly books or monthly books that I started picking up, and that was fantastic. But I'm over the new team for now. We'll see if there's something super groundbreaking happening in there. If there's something amazing that kind of catches my eye, I will definitely. I'll definitely check it out, but we'll see. And then another DC book that is definitely, I think, suffering from creative team swaps and all kinds of stuff like that. This is Superman number 30. This is a minute longer. And then number 31, Breaking Point. This is a Sinestro story. Parallax is in it too. You can see Superman Parallax is inside of Superman. I wasn't super crazy about the first issue. I didn't feel like it was going to be anything super amazing. This issue, it actually really, really impressed me. There's a 2-page spread where your Superman is essentially dealing with all the things that he's afraid of, and I like a Superman story where you take this all-powerful superhero and kind of break him down a little bit. So. This a minute longer storyline was good. This next Breaking Point story has Deathstroke in it. It's more about Lois Lane than it is about Superman. Not as crazy about that issue, about 31, as I was about 30. I wish Tomasi and Gleason would just stay on the book. That's two stories in a row, two-issue stories in a row where their names aren't even on the books. So I don't know if it doesn't get to a place where it's consistent in the next, 6 issues or so, that'll be a book that I might consider dropping, even though I've been on it since the start. This is Dark Knight's Metal, number 2. I don't know. This is a weird story for me. I think the story itself is okay. It's really convoluted and really complicated, and I think that's kind of the point. But I don't know if it's for me. There's way too much stuff going on, and I think a third issue came out this month or last month that I missed. Maybe it just came out. I don't know. Feels like I'm an issue behind on that. So I think that might be it for all my DC books. No, it's not. Not even close. Give me 1 second. I gotta find the rest of them. There's some good ones in here. There's a lot of DC books left. All right, so this is Wildstorm number 7. This book is fantastic. I love it. I don't know a whole lot about the Wildstorm universe and these characters especially, but this book has been fantastic. The John Davis Hunt art is awesome, has a really cool sci-fi feel to it. Cannot recommend that book enough. We're only 7 issues in. Definitely pick it up. Love this book too. This is only the 2nd issue, so you can definitely grab this. This is Mr. Miracle number 2. Been really, really impressed with a lot of things Tom King lately. Batman has been good. His Vision run was absolutely fantastic. Sheriff of Babylon with Mitch Gerads is awesome. So can't wait to see what they do over 12 issues in that. First 2 have been good. Everything that I wanted them to be. Another Tom King book. This is Batman War of Jokes and Riddles. Number 30 is an interlude. And then number 31 is, it doesn't say what part of it is, but I think there's 1 issue left, maybe 2 issues. This has been an impressive story. I've liked it. The Mikel Janin art is out of this world. I love everything that he's done. Since I picked up Justice League Dark number 1 off the shelf, knew nothing about it, was very new to comics at the time, didn't know very much about any of those characters, and that book totally blew me away. So I've been a fan of Mikel Janin since then. The interludes in this book have definitely made it feel longer. I mean, I guess that's kind of the point because it's a bi-weekly book. They're stretching the story out a little bit, but has kind of felt like it's dragging on. We'll see. I think, like I said, there's only a couple of issues left, so we're close to the end. And then this is one of my favorite DC books. This is Super Sons number 8, Planet of the Capes. Really awesome interactions between Damian Wayne and Superboy. You don't get, I mean, this isn't a super groundbreaking book by any stretch of the imagination. Got the Teen Titans in the last couple of issues, but it's fun. It's a fun book. Tomasi writing that. Highly recommend it. And then this is a book that I jumped on at issue 25 when the art changed, and I've been blown away by it. This is Aquaman number 27. This is Underworld Part 3, I believe, and then this is number 28, Underworld Part 4. I don't know when these issues actually came out. I picked them up off the shelf. The Sajic art is phenomenal, and I'm going to continue reading this book because it's been really good. I don't know if it was decent or not before the art changed. It was written by Dan Abnett before and after, so I would assume it's probably the same in terms of the story, but the artwork is definitely what's bringing me back to that book. So, and then I have 2 more Marvel books. This is, right now, besides X-Men Blue, this is the only other Marvel book that I'm reading. X-Men Gold. This is number 11 and number 12. This, on the other hand, compared to X-Men Blue, is everything that I want out of an X-Men book. Has that old school feel, partially because of the team, but a lot also because of the stories, the way they're written, the other characters that are in them. This just feels like a throwback X-Men book, and it's everything that I wanted from a new X book. So highly recommend that one. I'll be sticking with that. I mean, with Storm and Nightcrawler and Colossus and Wolverine, Kitty Pryde on the team, it doesn't get a whole lot better than that. If I was to select kind of an ideal X-Men team, the majority of those characters would be on it. So. And then the rest of these books are all indie books. Doesn't seem like I have a ton of them here, but this is The Unsound number 4. This is the number 4 of 6, I believe. The story has been weird. It's been really weird. Cullen Bunn written, but the Jack T. Cole art is like really really out there and really interesting to look at. So if you're the type of person that picks things up to look at the art specifically, would recommend that book definitely. This is Redlands, issue number 2. The first issue was good, and this issue we get more development in the present time about our group of 3 witches. My only concern about this book moving forward is that the witches that seem to be the main characters, I don't know if they're going to be super likable, and I won't say specifically why, but they're doing things that aren't exactly awesome. So I don't know if they're going to be the center of the book, and we're going to be they're the people that we're going to have to try to connect to, the characters we're going to try to have to like. I'm not entirely sure that that's going to work for me, but the book looks awesome, and I'll be checking it out at least through the first arc. I won't be dropping it before then. And then this is Department H, number 18. This was a good issue. We're left with a big cliffhanger, much bigger than we have in the last couple of issues. The last couple have kind of meandered. We didn't get a whole lot of story development. I don't think, as a general rule, in a Matt Kindt book like this, you get a ton of story in every single issue. That's just kind of how it goes. But the story itself in this issue was good, setting us up for an interesting issue 19. I don't know how long that book is going to run. I'm kind of hoping that we start to wind it down in the next 10 issues or so, but I guess we'll see. And then this is Grass Kings, number 7. Also a Matt Kindt book. This is drawn by Tyler Jenkins. I liked the first arc, but I think I'm going to like this book moving forward even more. It was kind of hinted in the first 6 issues or so that that in their area, the Grass Kingdom, there's a murderer there. It looks like they're going to start looking for that person. The first six issues definitely hinted at it. We didn't get any development on that particular story. It dealt mostly with a outside police department trying to come into the Grass Kingdom, and also we spent a lot of time developing the characters and the place where they live. So the first arc was good, but I think it's going to be even better going forward, which is good because the first arc was one of my favorite books when it was coming out. And then this is, if not my favorite book, definitely in the top 3. This is Black Hammer, number 13, written by Jeff Lemire. The art by Dean Ormstrom is awesome. This cover right here kind of embodies everything that I love about this book. It's a classic superhero story. Every character that you see in here, they're kind of characters that you would expect to see in like a Golden Age superhero story, but it has this really weird, not necessarily horror, but definitely like a creepy twist on it, and you really get that impression from the art and the cover. I absolutely love this book. I think it's taking a break, and then they're relaunching it with a new title, which seems really strange. I don't know why that was decided on. It seems like it was kind of last minute. But it's taking a 4-month break, I think, and we're going to get it again in the spring. I'll gladly wait for it. That book is fantastic. So that's it. That's all that I picked up. I know it's kind of late in the month at this point. We're 2 weeks in. So in another 2 weeks, I'll be getting my books for October. And like I said earlier, there's going to be a lot of trades in that. There's a lot of new Hellboy stuff that came out this month. New Baltimore book. There's a new Hellboy Library Edition. The Visitor and Why He Stayed came out, I'm pretty sure, the trade, and a couple of other things. So cannot wait to get that package. Leave me a comment down below. What are you reading right now? Liking, not liking? I am I'm looking to pick up some new books. Just curious what you guys are reading, what you like. And always like chatting with you guys. Thanks for watching, even though I post videos pretty infrequently nowadays. Always appreciate you guys stopping by and checking the video out. So, all right, I'll see you next time.